The Star Wars season is here, and so is a new battle pass, but I do have some disappointing news. It doesn't look like we got any lightsaber pickaxes, which is really disappointing. I was really hoping this would be the season we get them, because it is Star Wars season. So we still have some hope. Maybe they'll come in the item shop. But without further ado, let's at least look at what we have in the battle pass. Starting with our tier 1 Apprentice Eevee skin. It's the Eevee skin remix, if you remember her from the chapter 3 season 3 battle pass. I don't remember the last time she's had a remix, so this is pretty cool to see. She's got, I believe, the Sith logo on there. I don't remember which logo that is. And then she has like a blue ring on her, and then the red, just kind of like her original skin. And she's wearing a hood, kind of like the Star Wars character, so that's really cool. And you can also take the hood off, so not a bad tier 1 skin. Then we have a music pack that I can't really play for you because of copyright, but it's the famous Vader March. Never mind, I was wrong. It was the Star Wars theme. Ignore me. Alright, then we have the Electro Pairing Blades pickaxe, which is not a lightsaber pickaxe. But these aren't terrible. They're not too bad. They go with the skin. I like the lightning blue there, and then you just got the white and the silver metal. So not a bad pickaxe overall. Then we have the Feel the Force emote. And seems to be like a very calm, slow emote, where you're finding your force powers, moving the rocks around, thinking about it, trying to learn the force, which is pretty cool. And then we have the Explorer Eevee loading screen. We have the Choose Your Alignment wrap. Oh, they've changed how they show the wraps now. It shows the character holding. That's pretty cool. Just a pretty basic wrap, but not too bad. Then we have the Twin Blasters back bling. This is actually like a remix, basically, of her original back bling, which was just 2 pistols, but now it's 2 blasters. So I think that's pretty cool. And I like the color scheme they did with it. The blue and the white and the silver matches the skin really great. On to page 2, we have the Sith pairing blades. I like this. We're going with the bad guys now, and I personally love the black and red combo. That's like my favorite color combo. Got 100 V-Bucks. Got the Dark Legacy loading screen. Got the Sith Blasters back bling style. The Training Remote Trail Contrail. That's actually pretty cool. I like the little orbs shooting the little lasers around you. That's pretty cool. Got 100 V-Bucks. And then we have the Apprentice Eevee style. And this is her evil style. So this is the Sith side. So the other side was the Resistance. She has a little pink ring around her. And then instead of wearing the white hood, she's now in the black hood, representing the dark side. So overall, not a bad skin. And I do like the mask on her. Kind of like a little bit of a Darth Vader kind of thing going on there. And the red and black sunglasses. That's pretty cool. But overall, if I had to rate the skin, not a bad remix. I do like Eevee, so I'm going to give it a solid 7 out of 10. I mean, it's definitely not my favorite, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen either. Then we have the black 1X wing glider. This is pretty cool. One of the millions of Star Wars ships. And look, you can see the little drone guy in the middle. I don't remember what his name was, but I like seeing his head move around. That's pretty cool. Got 100 V-Bucks. The little resistant bomber. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. I love how he's just going around dropping bombs, flybys. Then we got the Black Squadron Dive. This is a really sick contrail, actually. Look at that. Oh, yeah, you got the glider that we just saw in the lead there, and then you got your support in the back. I love that. That's actually really cool. Oh, and then they kind of like hover above you when you're not actually diving. That's really nice. I like that. We have the Black Leader wrap. Basically, actually, I think this one's the Resistance here. Pretty cool wrap. Basic colors, black and red, but, you know, great color combo. Got a little bit of tan or gold in the middle there, I see. Overall, basic wrap, but not too bad. Got the Cantina Hangout loading screen. A classic spot in the Star Wars movies. And then we have the Poe Dameron skin. He's pretty cool. Not a bad skin, like your pilot skin. I would definitely rock this. And yeah, I like the orange jumpsuit and the white vest, and I like the helmet. That's the pilot helmet is pretty cool. Then we have the S-foil scrap axe. Looks like it's a part of the wing or something. And then one of the blasters put together. So not bad. Not a lightsaber pickaxe, but I don't think this guy would hold a lightsaber anyways. So I guess we can let it pass. 100 V-Bucks. Then we have the Pose Model X wing back bling. Guess they didn't really have a good idea what to do for back bling with him, but since he's a pilot, I guess it makes sense that his plane is the back bling. We got the targeting emoticon. It's pretty cool. Got 100 V-Bucks. Got the post takeoff loading screen. And then we have the resistance Poe right here. So not in his pilot suit. He's just looking like a civilian, I guess. So not bad, kind of a basic style. But you know what? Sometimes the basic style on these skins are pretty good. Kind of reminds me a little bit in a way of Indiana Jones. Now, of course, the actor who played Indiana Jones is in Star Wars. So it kind of makes sense, I guess. But this isn't him. But not bad. If I had to rate the skin overall, I like the pilot style, and this isn't a bad style either, so I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Pretty solid skin overall. We got the mini dogfight emote. It's actually pretty cool. 2 little TIE fighters chasing. Oh, Millennial Falcon just throws up your hand and blows away, and then the Millennial Falcon flies away. Nice. Got the Rebel Wookiee lander. Oh, they used the Chapter 1 model for their glider for this. That's kind of cool. You don't see that too often. But it's quirky like a Chapter 1 glider, that's for sure. It's got the woolly fur. And got some straps on the side here holding something. I mean, it's basically a souped up default glider. But I find it very interesting they used the Chapter 1 model. But not a bad glider. Then we have the Wookiee Paw Pickaxe. Still not a lightsaber pickaxe. Still really disappointed about that. This looks like a redesign of a pickaxe I've seen, but I can't remember what it was. But it's just the big paw holding out like a rock-on symbol or something. So that's kind of cool, and it has a big bow on it. Then we got the Wookiee Team Combat loading screen. Then we have a music pack. Where's my Wookiee at? Got 100 V-Bucks. Got the Wookiee Team Leader skin. Overall, I'm gonna be real, I was not a fan of the skin as soon as I saw it teased. So honestly, for me, it's a 2 out of 10. I don't care for the skin whatsoever, and I would be fine without it. But I will say a cool little detail I actually do really like is the little I think it's C3PO little keychain on the side of the bag. I think that's pretty cool. So I'll bump it up to a 3 out of 10 just for that. And we have the Metal Team Mishap back bling. This is actually a really cool back bling. It's the Cuddle Team Leader, the metal version, chopped in half with the legs right there, just hanging in a little sack. So that's pretty cool. Got the Wookiee Fist pickaxe style. Now it's a fist, so that's pretty cool. Got 100 V-Bucks. The Desert Dust Up loading screen. Got a banner icon. 100 V-Bucks. And the Tarful Team Leader style. I didn't realize there was a second style, I won't lie. I thought it was only one style for the skin. So I'm going to bump the rating up again. It's going to be a 4 out of 10. I still don't like the skin, but the style, you know, it adds a little bit of detail. So I can appreciate that. I like the little heartbreak in the middle. That's kind of cool. And a little bit of armor. So overall, 4 out of 10. Still don't care for the skin, though. Then we have the Force Lightning emote. Oh, you even got the old man creepy laugh there. Got the Imperial Shuttle Dive. Another one of those cool ship contrails. You can't go wrong with it. I kind of want to see if they hover above you still. I'm assuming they do. Yep. Oh, they still look like they're diving, actually. Still really cool, though. 100 V-Bucks. We got the Palpatine's Cane Pickaxe. Now, out of all the pickaxes in the Battle Pass, even though this one's kind of basic, it does match the skin well. So this is the one where it's okay, I guess, without a lightsaber, but I still really want lightsaber pickaxes. Please, Fortnite, please add them. Alright, we got the Emperor's Might wrap. This kind of reminds me of Darth Vader's wrap, if you remember that wrap, kind of. But, you know, it's just kind of a basic black wrap with some little red lights, so it is animated, as you can see. And then you see it's got the Sith logo, or one of the logos there. There's so many logos, I don't even remember what they mean, but overall, not a bad wrap. Got the Senate Repulsopod glider. Okay, so this is what they use in like their big Senate things I remember in the movie scenes. It's been a long time since I've watched Star Wars, but that's actually a pretty cool glider, since he's technically like the Senate leader or whatever, until he like fully reveals like, yeah, I'm the evil Emperor. Ooh. But not bad. Got 100 V-Bucks. And then you have Emperor Palpatine himself. And I just realized I've been spelling his name wrong for a while. But oh well. They did a really good job on this skin. It's very, you can see the wrinkles in his face. It's very detailed. And I like the old little robe he's got going on here. Very detailed. They did a great job with the skin, I won't even lie. So if I had to rate this one, I would rate the skin, honestly, a solid 8 out of 10. Pretty good. Now overall for the Battle Pass, It is a shorter battle pass because it is a season, or a month-long season, rather than a regular like 2.5 month season. And you know, I'm really disappointed there's no lightsaber pickaxes. And you know, the skins aren't too bad. They're kind of like, they're okay. They're a bit on the better side, but then you got the one skin that's like, ugh, the Wookiee team leader. Don't care for that. So overall, if I had to rate this battle pass, I would probably give it a solid 7 out of 10. It's not a bad battle pass. I could have given this like a 9 out of 10 if we had lightsaber pickaxes. I'm not going to let that go. If we don't get lightsaber pickaxes this season, at least in the shop, well, I don't think we're ever getting them. Like, this was the season to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.